But again, you ask yourself, has an elementary school friend set up his best childhood friend? You look no further than the person that was supposedly his other friend that was right next to him. Or should I say, with him the night before he was actually murdered. In an interview with Kitchen Talk, Fivio Foreign would say he was good friends with Pop.
This episode, you know, this is a cool thing you do. So you started to love to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then what?
Then
let's go up to about where he actually talks about Pop.
Like, so niggas was like, you see, like the videos kind of look the same. Mm-hmm. When niggas is talking about kind of is the same. Know what I mean? So for me, it was like I felt like with me being like in jail or dead, like now, like I was homeless for a little while. Know what I mean, a couple years.
When you say you homeless,
oh, I skipped it. I apologize. I skipped it.
Cups in their hand. It was like,
I skipped it completely.
Because now you probably at a point where you feel like, man, damn, I could have used that money.
Nah,
right?
I was sick. I was tight. I was ready to go find a nigga, but he really disappeared. He real life disappeared. And then I told Mace. Mace was like, yo, I don't know if y'all running some type of Brooklyn cap scam on me and acting like he ran off with the money. Mace ain't really believe it. He ain't really believe it.
Wow.
So, but he tried to do his ones and twos, flew me to Atlanta a couple times. I recorded mad songs with him. But it ain't really, I mean, told me a couple things, put me on game, but like, I wasn't seeing him that much. I thought I was supposed to see him more. I wasn't mad at him. Everybody around was like,
did
yo,
he
what
get
Mace
you the
at?
features that you was looking for?
Nah. I never.
Didn't do none of
Nah,
that?
he never got me that G Herbo song.
That's all I wanted.
Wow. Somewhere in the midst of that, you moving around, things are not so clear for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you record this song, Big Drip.
Yeah.
I'm in love with a lit bitch. All right.
Yeah.
Hey. Listen, it was a lot of lines on that song that really could be attributed to me. A lot of lines
resonated with you.
attributed to me. Like,
What it
really,
do, sis? What it do,
that.
sis? Late bug.
really, a lot of lines. At that point, like you record this song right in the midst of that, right?
Nah, what happened was, I think I signed to me. I think when I recorded that song probably like a year later. Well, after I did the Blicky in the Box shit, I was like hood lit. So I was lit in the hood.
Right.
Brooklyn lit. The niggas who sent the beat, Axel and them, was from
Similar. It's hard to kind of distinguish who's who.
Yeah.
You realize that? Or do you feel
I
that
do
way?
realize that.
You feel that way?
I feel a lot. I see a
You
lot
don't
of people.
sound like nobody.
I see a lot of people doing like the same flows, same voice. They like to do the little voice thing. They like to do.
I haven't really seen or really heard nobody that really has your sound. Now, when you first started rapping, was drill rap the thing that you did automatically?
Nah. When I first started rapping, I was just rapping regular. I used to watch mad rap battles. So I used to try to hit them with some punchlines and my shit
Right,
like that.
you be having punchlines.
Yeah, I said I had some punch. Yeah. So I still keep a little punchline, but that's what I was doing. So I was rapping like that. But then we started doing drill because like niggas started dissing.
Okay, who created that Brooklyn drill?
Who created?
Who started that?
Bobby Shmurda.
Bobby Shmurda. Bobby Shmurda is the father of Brooklyn drill.
Yeah, that's the first time that word was ever brought up. Period. Like he did it. He said. I think when he was rapping, he said, "This is the first New." They didn't even call it Brooklyn drill. They called it New York drill. Then they was comparing it to Chicago drill. And it was like, "This is New York drill." That was the first time that was ever brought up when he did it.
Why do you think they compared it? Was it the sound or was it the video? Because prior to that, I don't know if we was having a bunch of young niggas out in the street, because that's how Chicago videos was looking. It was young niggas. They was out. They had their cups in their hand. It was
energy.
like it wasn't real produced videos. It was like some organic shit. And then when Bobby and them shot, it looked just like that. Like
I think it was a combination of the video and what they was talking about. Right? So they made it like drill. So they're like, this is drill music. I mean,
and y'all, do you feel like y'all coming up in that time, in that era, were influenced by what was going on in Chicago? Because I feel like the sound is different. The sound of Brooklyn drill right now is not the sound of Chicago.
that's a fact. But Chicago did play a big influence in it. Like at that time, niggas was listening to a lot of Chicago music, like a lot of it. Like that was the shit. Like so niggas was like, you see like the videos kind of look the same. What niggas is talking about kind of is the same. Know what I mean? So yeah, that shit influenced a lot of it. I mean that's what probably not purposely, but that's what niggas was listening to.
Now, do you think that influenced the music, which also then influenced the violence?
Right.
I think maybe people. I feel like maybe people heard the music and then wanted to do more violence, but I feel like the violence was already there. So that was
Violence.
It's like which
no
came
question.
first.
yeah. So I feel like the reason why we was doing the songs, cause we was doing the violence. Like
Okay, so here's the thing. Violence has been around since the beginning of time. We already
Yeah.
understand it. The streets always been the streets. Since before we was here, it was another set of young niggas doing whatever they was doing, right?
Facts.
You know, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years ago. Now what I'm saying is that where we at today with the music, with the drill, right? I was having a conversation and was trying to understand is it I don't believe that the music is influencing the young niggas. I believe that the young niggas that's already active, that's just who they are.
And they putting it in the music.
They putting it in the music.
But at the same time, it's like it's hand in hand though. It go both ways. Like to some people, they might listen to music and feel like they want to go do a drill or they want to go crazy. Like it go both ways too.
But after like what happened with Pop, don't you feel like you gotta kind of maybe be more careful about what you put out there? I feel like that would be the first thing to come to mind if I'm doing the same shit.
Nah, yeah. Like I don't like I'm way more careful with my addresses. Know what I mean? I don't play. I make sure security is on deck. Like,
but even what you say in music and because it's like you put out what you get what you put out.
Nah,
That's like the energy in the universe.
I don't know. Maybe. But I didn't think about that. Like, stop talking about shit so I won't get, cause that's there already.
Right.
Like, I could sing or talk some love shit for the rest of my life, but the niggas who hated me still gonna hate me.
Still
forever.
around you.
I
Yeah.
mean, they still gonna hate me. Like,
Yeah.
Lines like if you ain't GDK, the fuck you doing with me? Like, did you ever have any backlash behind that? Because the thing is now we living in a time where we haven't been living in before. And what I mean by that is artists are actually getting a lot of opportunities. And then we seeing a lot of those artists on a come up and we seeing them either die or go to prison. And this is happening at an alarming rate, right? So when you say stuff like, nigga, if you ain't GDK, what the fuck is you doing with me? Do you feel like you had any backlash behind that?
I mean, yeah, it's both. I get a lot of love from it, and I get a lot of backlash from it.
So do you feel like you had to have a certain responsibility because of the situations where this young nigga is getting killed, this young nigga is getting killed, and a lot of them at this point now may have been inspired by you.
So the reason why I'm playing this, and by the way, this is Fivio Foreign, the supposed friend of Pop Smoke, before he was actually murdered. Now, what it do, sis? What it do again? So you said you were from Brooklyn, right? Are you? You said you because I'm Brooklyn. That's who is considered. Because I'm Brooklyn, that's the rapper. So are you saying you're from Brooklyn, sis? Are you from Brooklyn at all? What's happened, blog? Are you from Brooklyn at all? Reason why I'm asking this is because you could pretty much, give us a little bit of insight on what is actually going on in Brooklyn. Because my question to that is, if they are actually friends, My question to that is, what is Drizzy Giuliano talking about? Which I'm going to play in just a second. Oh, you're from the Bed-Stuy. Even better. Even better. So you can definitely tell me what's going. So are you still in Brooklyn? Or not? Matter of fact, let me not even ask that question. Better yet, what is the actual said talk about Fivio Foreign? I'll ask that better question. But reason why I'm playing this particular part here is because Fabio Foreign is talking about the actual drill scene and the rap scene, but more so, pay attention to what he's saying about when Mano asks him about set tripping almost with the whole GDK thing.
Yeah, true. Yeah. In a way, I feel like I got some type of responsibility. I mean, I try, even K Flock and them, Dougie B, I talk to them too. I try to let them know, like, listen, y'all niggas is rapping now. You gotta stop, because even if you don't get caught up, it's like you still involved. The people around you doing shit, then they doing indictments. It's crazy. It's too crazy.
Right.
I mean, I try to speak to them, speak to people as much as I want. Like,
Right.
I try to change like the content in my music. Like, I talk more about pain now. Probably,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, yeah, I feel a little responsibility, but at the same time, these niggas got a mind of their own too.
Indeed.
Like,
Right.
Indeed. And I was having this conversation the other day with Fat Joe. Shout out to Fat Joe. We was talking about, with the young niggas and the gang shit, and it's a lot happening. It always been gang shit. It always been shooting. It's always been violence. So that's not something that I ain't used to. But I feel like, some when you take a pledge and an oath to be in the street, to be a part of the street, I feel like you want to own that, and you willing to take everything that comes with that, whether that be prison, death, whatever that is, or just being in the street for the rest of your life. But the only difference now is that the music is correlating with what's happening. So it's like this set of niggas is dissing on that set of niggas, and that set of niggas dissing on that set of niggas, and they both spinning on each other, and niggas is dying, and it's crazy because for me looking at it, I'm saying, damn, my nigga, your opportunity is greater than the problem.
Oh, I know.
True.
right,
I know.
right.
I know it's hard for niggas to see that once once homies and them get killed, right? Once you got friends that's dying, it's too late. We ain't going back.
It's hard.
But
It's hard
but
to
every
see it.
but every right, it's hard to see it. But everybody not there yet, and what's happening is a lot of people that's thinking that for them to get lit, for them to be
They
the
gotta-
next 5 years, this is what they got to do. They got to be.
And sadly, that's what it is though. Like, it's like, I feel like like people, when you doing music, it's like some like you could act like you're doing a drill music and drill song, but the people not gonna really jack it
Unless
as
you live
much
in the life.
if they don't really know the history, or they don't believe what you're saying, or it's like this shit you gotta be kind of telling the truth. You know what I mean? That's how niggas start getting lit. Like,
When they know that it's you actually talking about another group of people.
yeah, and they know it's real, and they know you one of those type of niggas, then it's like, alright, but I could jack his shit. Like, they feel it more.
They feeling more.
You definitely get a lot of love, though. Ultimately, like, I feel like you are, you've been in the game for how long now? Out, would you say? Like, out in the...
I think I got signed 2 years ago now.
See, and in those 2 years, I still feel like you have some, like, OG energy to you. Like, that you got some youngins that really look at you and respect what you're doing, want to sound like you. Have you, like, brought on anybody? Are you signing people?
Yeah, I got my foreign side label, so I'm signing a lot of niggas, man. But what I don't want to do, I don't want to just box it into only be signing drill rappers though. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to only sign drill rappers. I know that might be the easiest way you sign people, because you already got the fan base. It's easy to promote them. But I want to go big. I want to sign some,
further than that.
singers or some.
You talking to my friend Leia? You doing stuff for Leia?
Leia. Oh, you know Leia?
Yes, Staten Island in the building. Period.
Leia Goose, she dope. She fire.
Yes.
She got some shit coming.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the shit? What could help turn some of this shit down, bro? And I know you don't have all the answers and all that, but you know, this it's so much going on, right? So much just in Brooklyn, right? The Woos, the shows, the this, the that, right? And it's all in the music, right? People come ask me, yo, what you think? And I think it was like last summer or 2 summers ago, I went to Brownsville and I went to talk to a couple little homies, and because I had an idea of basically trying to like see if I could turn some of it down to see if it wasn't, because some of it started on the internet. You know what I mean? It wasn't personal, so I felt like, you know, how deep it could be, especially if you rapping, you got opportunities, because a lot of niggas is getting signed, getting picked up by other rappers and stuff like that. So I really didn't have, but I went out there right one day, and I was in the Ville for maybe about 3-4 hours, driving around, pulling up on niggas and all that. I left. The next morning, 7 people got shot. Now I'm not the fucking the super reflective, professional kind of, you know, pacifist. You know, I'm not that. I'm saying like, but certain things have to make sense. And to me, what makes sense is the fact that when you get an opportunity to rap, when you get an opportunity to get out the hood, to feed your family, at some point, we got to start taking that serious.
Yeah, that's a fact. And giving me more people more opportunities. I just feel like it's hard to say what could really turn it down. Like I don't know. Like it's like almost like nothing could stop it. Like this shit is it's just there. Like I guess the big artists probably got to link up with it. The only thing I'm thinking about is if ops do songs together, like.
Right, but it's hard to even do
And
that.
then that's like hard.
It's
That's
hard to
like
even do
almost
that,
never gonna
especially
happen.
if shit been getting dropped.
Something tells me Mano asked him that question for a specific reason that he won't disclose.
Right, niggas been dropping. It's hard to come back from that. So the thing is like turn it down. Obviously, record deal can't, because these young niggas be getting record deals and still don't turn it down. Now I'm not. I understand I understand, and sometimes the show got to go on. I get it, but for you, because you, I look at you as a success story, as one of the premier artists that came out of that culture. You know what I'm saying? For you, at what point did you say, look, I gotta not be so hands on in this life and get more hands on my career?
You know what it was though? For me, it was like I felt like with me being like in jail or dead, like now, like I was homeless for a little while. I mean, a couple years.
When you say you homeless, be very clear.
Like I was standing on my man's couch, like this
Right.
aunt couch, like shit like that.
That's real.
Down and out.
So now, as the music is getting lit too, like you know what I mean. So, but it's just like what I at them times I'm like I can't really afford to go crazy, buy the kids nothing for Christmas. I gotta wake up, make sure the police ain't trying to rush the crib, and this when I did finally get some money and got my crib, and then could be able to do shit for the kids. I just felt like I ain't want to never stop being able to do that.
Let me focus on this. Yeah.
Like so, I'm scared to not being able to take care of my like family and kids and not have somewhere to sleep at. Like I wanna always have keys to a house. You know what I mean, so I don't wanna lose it. Like I don't wanna lose it. I don't wanna be dead, or I don't wanna be in jail. Like I don't want them niggas to be homeless like kids and shit.
So not having was your inspiration. That's what
yeah,
drove you.
Yeah, like I'm scared to not have it again. I can't go back to that. Like
You just got to be willing to grow. I think, like, to me, it's just like we just keep watching you grow, which is so dope to me. Now, I mean, let's talk about this like experience with Kanye.
Hold up. You want to jump into music? Nobody care about that music shit. We talking real life.
Yeah.
It's death shit. It's shit.
Yeah.
Young niggas out here dying every day.
that's a fact.
Them young niggas don't care about
Now,
the
real
songs
quick.
with Kanye. They ain't ever
No,
gonna
but
run into
sometimes that's
Kanye.
all they know.
Listen to what he says when he asks him about Pop Smoke.
Introducing me to people in Def Jam. That's how I met Steven, Rico, and all them. That ain't crazy. But what happened was right before I dropped the Big Drip video, I'm like, I'm gonna shoot the video to this song. Before I did that, I dropped another song in between that wasn't on the EP,
Right.
Jumping, because I was still going to studios recording. So I dropped Jumping, and then I put the Big Drip preview on the end of Jumping.
Smart.
I don't know. I wasn't even trying to really be strategic, but it just happened.
Right.
Now I know that's ways how you promote your shit.
Right.
Now I know that
Works, yeah.
but it just worked like that. And then when I did the Big Drip song, it was over. It went crazy.
Right.
Radio picked it up by itself. It went crazy.
That was crazy. Damn. So he never came around to really help.
So what happened was when the Big Drip video, as the Big Drip video started going crazy, right? At this time, Pop Smoke is signed to, I think he's signed to Steven Victor, right?
Pop is bubbling at the same time.
Yeah,
you bubbling.
Pop was bubbling at the same time.
Y'all was already friends though, right?
Yeah. Facts.
Y'all was coming up together?
We all,
So Pop and Fivio were on the same label at the same time.
already was in the same set. You know what I mean? He in the floor, so I'm in the 9, so it was just automatic. But as he's coming
Also in the same sets.
up, he was bringing me to the labels with him too. Like introducing me to people in Def Jam. That's how I met Steven, Rico, and all them through Pop.
Right.
He was like, yo, Bobby, next up. He was telling them, I feel like they was more like looking at it like competition. So they was like, all right. Know what I mean? They wasn't really, they wanted me to sign to Pop.
Yeah, but y'all had the sound though. They should have really looked at it like this is a good.
Now they looked at everybody as competition. They was,
right.
They was going crazy.
That didn't affect y'all relationship though?
Nah, it did. It did. It was like moments where I was like, is they getting in his head? And I feel like it was moments where he probably would have felt like, yeah, maybe Fivio comes in. But it ain't. It just happened. It's like I feel like brothers go through that sometimes. Like shit. But it wasn't nothing that was like we won't fuck with each other no more. Like we cool. Like we'll talk about it, argue about it, cause they'll put in his head, yo, Fivio don't be showing you no love in the interviews. And he'll like, yo, Fivio, why you not showing me the love in it? Like it'd be like shit like that, and I'm like, nigga, I show you love all the time in all my interviews. Like, look at it. And like, oh yeah, like it just like little shit, but nothing that's like we don't fuck with each other. You know what I mean?
So the labels pretty much were putting Fivio and Pop against each other. Don't forget the time he unfollowed Pop. I can't remember why. Well, Drizzy Giuliano remembers why that he unfollowed Pop. And furthermore, if Fivio was told to be competitive with Pop, wouldn't that also, give someone a benefit if Pop was to be removed? Wouldn't that also put someone else in the light if Pop was also to be removed? If we're thinking about following the time that Pop Smoke passed, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, he did come. Obasi did come out speaking on Fivio Foreign as well. As well as he spoke about Mike D having something to say about the album dropping. Interesting enough. Obasi is actually Pop Smoke's real brother, like DNA brother, Obasi. Okay? Yeah, Fivio's lyrics does not help as well. You're absolutely right. What was happening, blog? Fivio's lyrics has not helped. It's very Drake-ish, if you will. It's very Drake-ish. Speaking of the fact that he had a song called Demons that released, I believe, the month of or after Pop Smoke passed, right? On the Dark Lane Demos tape, the Demons record. Very telling. Very telling. But him having to be competitive with Pop Smoke was also very telling in the fact that if Pop Smoke once again was to something happen to him, Fivio would then be the front runner for the drip and drill scene, wouldn't he?
Y'all actually was doing music before y'all both got lit together, right?
Yeah.
Pop Smoke, that really bothers me.
Yeah.
His death really bothers me because I felt like
Yes, they do.
it didn't have to happen.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
It was barely like a year.
Mano seems very bothered by it in a sense that how he's even sitting next to Fivio when he mentions this. And I'm starting to notice even more of the transition of questions that Mano is even asking Fivio. The fidgety, nervous Fivio at that next to Mano.
Into him being,
Yeah. He's
you
about
know,
to be.
pop as
Right.
we know him. Yeah.
He's about
Right.
to be big.
and I feel like because I had conversations with him, and he was telling me that he was trying to go to another lane, and I didn't understand it until after he died, and then I heard the music, and I realized how dope he was.
Yeah.
Gladly.
How did that affect you? And then I heard the music because
Right.
It was barely like a year into him being.
it bothers me. Pop Smoke death really bothers me.
Yeah.
His death really bothers me because I felt like it didn't have to happen.
Yeah. Right.
It was barely like a year into him being,
Yeah. He's
you
about
know,
to be.
pop
Right.
as we know
Yeah,
him. Yeah.
He's about
right,
to be
right.
big.
And I feel like because I had conversations with him, and he was telling me that he was trying to go to another lane, and I didn't understand it until after he died, and then I heard the music, and I realized how dope he was.
Yeah.
How did that affect you?
To tell you the truth.
Someone isn't too excited about Pop was about to go to a different level. Does he?
When I found the news out, I thought it was fake news.
Me
Like,
too.
I'm like, and then I seen people were posting it. Then I started getting tight. Like, why niggas posting fake shit like this? This is crazy. Like, I woke
Right.
up.
Right.
I guess this shit, like it had happened overnight. And it's
right.
crazy because I was just with him the night before. He flew out that night, went to L.A. And then it happened. So I'm like, and mom there like Pop Smoke. I think it said Pop Smoke.
Yet another person that pretty much knew exactly where Pop was. As you just heard, Fivio was just with Pop Smoke the night before he went to LA. Another person that would know Pop was even in LA from New York, wouldn't it be?
Killed that home invasion. I'm like,
Keep in mind, the call that was sent to 911 came from New York.
I'm like, wait, he not even here because I knew he flew out to LA. I'm like, he not even here. Why he's like, so I automatically I'm like, it's fake.
Right.
But I started getting mad phone calls. And I hate answering my phone, so I'm like, I'm looking at the phone. But it was just so many calls I was getting. I said, oh, nah, this might be real. I had to answer one of the calls. I'm like, yo, cuz, like, this shit real? He like, yo, this shit real. I'm like, what the fuck? And then, like, it was just crazy. It felt crazy. It still feel like it's fake.
Yeah.
It still feel like it's, like, not real. Like, he's not going, like, to me.
One time for Pop Smoke, man.
Do we have anything? Hello, this is the fire department. You're not talking.
Sir?
Hello? Hello? This is
The fire department.
this fire department's on the line, sir. What is give me your hello? Hello? PD, what are your numbers? I'm gonna tell them to wait for LAPD. Alright. Okay, I'll send them. Yeah, me too. I'll get it going. Thanks. Hello?
Who else is this? Bro, I didn't expect this has been a long time. Can you go somewhere else? I thought you played that with him, right? Like, I heard some shuffle. Yo, I don't know what to do.
Hello? Hello, this is the fire department. I know, but you're not talking. We're already on their way. Give me your...
Yes.
Okay, unit's already en route. Is the person who
I
did...
can't talk to you anymore. Just
Okay,
come here.
do you know what to do?
No.
Okay, then listen to me. I'm going to tell you how to help this person.
I'm listening.
Okay, now listen. The person.
What's got here?
Okay.
No.
All right. Now, how many?
Yo, this.
Okay. Listen. Get it. Are you in a safe place, sir?
Yeah, I don't know.
Unknown. Okay. They're on their way.
I'm gonna sit down and watch it on the left.
Hello?
So, from what it sounds like, someone was asking, why did you leave Pop Smoke? That someone sounds like Mike. Reason why is because Mike was back in New York the very same night on some Diddy-ish. The very same night Pop Smoke was killed, Mike went back to New York.
Hello.
This
The fire department.
fire department's on the line, sir. What is? Yeah, give me your. Hello? Hello? Casey, what are your numbers? I'm gonna tell them to wait for LAPD. Alright. Yeah, I'll set them. Yeah, me too. I'll get it going. Thanks. Hello? Hello, it's the fire department. I know, but you're not talking. We're already on their way. Give me your...
Yeah.
Okay, unit's already en route. Is the person who did...
I can't talk to you anymore.
Okay.
Come here.
Do you know what to do?
No.
Okay, then listen to me. I'm going to tell you how to help this person.
I'm listening.
Okay, now listen. The person...
Got here.
Okay.
No.
Alright. Now, how many...
Yo, this.
Okay.
My thoughts exactly, ATF. This was a fake 911 calling from New York. The people in New York were acting as if they were there in LA. They literally were making up a scene. Oh, it was shuffles? Oh, the door was open. Pop Smoke? No! Everyone was pretty much acting as if they were there. The call came from New York. Pop Smoke was in LA when he was killed. These people on the phone are acting.
Listen. Get it. Are you in a safe place, sir?
Yeah, I don't know.
Unknown, okay.
No.
They're on their way.
You know, and just to confirm things before I play the next clip, understand this. The biggest gain from this, the biggest gainer from this, is not necessarily Ghazi, the owner of Empire, who we'll get into in a second, but Fivio Foreign. Reason why Fivio Foreign is the one that gained a lot. If you notice, right after Pop Smoke's killing, he gets the Drake feature, he gets the Kanye feature, he goes on to have the huge record and huge album release, and then he vanishes almost. Because it wasn't meant for him to be in the spotlight. It was never meant for Fivio to be in the spotlight the way Pop was. But Fivio wanted that same spotlight that Pop Smoke had. In an interview, Drizzy Giuliano, a close friend of both, would confirm Fivio and Pop were not actually friends.
Drizzy Giuliano, you tapped it with P Films. What's the word, man?
What's up, my brother?
Listen, man, it's glad to have you back, son. Word.
You know that, fam. You stirred up some shit last time.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right away, people asked me, yo, have Drizzy back on.
That's a fact.
So for all the people that asked, here you go.
Let's go.
Let's
man.
do it. Part 1 was amazing. Part 2 gonna be even better, man.
That's a fact, man.
Let's get it. So after we do well, first of all, how have you been? What's Drizzy Giuliano's mindset?
Been good, been good.
Yeah.
Been feeling like I gotta get back to the music. You heard? I've been taking too much breaks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But everything good.
Got you. Back on rapper mode.
Yeah.
Let's get it. When we put the interview out last time, like you said, you know, it stirred up a lot of things. Interestingly enough, we had 2 people that came up and wanted to express themselves after. Bino and Costamato came through to kind of give their perspective. You know what I'm saying? Fivio actually called in during Bino's interview. He gave his perspective. What was your thoughts when you seen some of the things that Bino was saying?
Just dick riding.
Yeah.
Just going up there trying to run and save their savior. You heard?
Yeah.
The nigga that they fucking... Just dick riding, bro. You heard?
Yeah.
They just looked like complete fools to me. That's what they look like. That's why Bino, you see... Wait.
No, you good.
You see, that's why Bino, he went viral. Everybody joking on him, how he lied about JD and King Von. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You make yourself look like a fool when you coming up there trying to protect a nigga. Me telling the truth, and you come up there trying to protect a nigga who don't give no fucks about you, you heard?
Yeah. You know what's crazy? When we was doing that interview, and I had asked them, like, yo, did it King Von take to JD and all that? The crazy part about that was I remembered, I felt like I remembered he said it.
Yeah.
But when he told me no, never, he said it so strong, I thought I was bugging.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, maybe I'm bugging. You know what I'm saying? But once that clip got released, I was like, oh, man.
Just look goofy, man. Just a bunch of goofy shit. Like, I just ain't even entertain it, because at the end of the day, like, Fivio don't fuck with them niggas, bro. It's just what it is. Like, look at them niggas' life, bro.
Yeah.
What do you see? Again, you see them niggas nowhere with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got more and more, like I told you last interview, niggas gonna come out saying more shit about them, and that's what happened, and it's just the truth, man. The truth always gonna prevail, you know, fam? That's why niggas end up looking like fools in the end, man.
Gotcha. Damn. You know, the one person they did harp on, though, was Swipey.
Yeah, I see.
My question was like, why so heavy on Swipey? Like, why is everybody so upset with Swipey? What's the issue with that?
Because niggas think Swipey's a bitch. That's why. Niggas, you know, like niggas pick and choose they battle, you know what I'm saying? Like, I came up on the interview and talked about everybody. Nobody said my name yet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they want to bash Swipey. You know how this shit go, bro. Niggas pick and choose they battles. They think Swipey's a little short, little light-skinned nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they know if it boils down to it, they gonna handle Swipey.
Yeah.
But that's all it really is, and niggas hating on that man. Swipey got lit. You know what I'm saying? Like he's Swipey. He's a household name.
Yeah.
And niggas is mad at that.
Yeah.
Basically.
Gotcha. You know, a story I did hear, I don't know if it's true. You let me know if it's true. I heard there was a time where, before, rest in peace to Pop Smoke, before everything took place in Cali, I guess there was a situation that occurred where his chain was lost.
Yeah.
And like somebody around Fivio picked up the chain or something like that occurred. And I even heard there was a little bit of tension, you know what I'm saying? Like amongst Fivio and Pop Smoke.
Yep.
Through the melee, I guess somebody picks up the chain, and I don't know if this is true. I don't have no pictures, but I heard there's pictures of them like wearing the chain.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
And then
So true.
wow.
Yeah, so Pop Smoke and Fivio, for the world, they wasn't too as tight as the world make it seem. Like Pop and Fivio didn't even like each other behind scenes, you know?
There you have it. These two didn't even like each other. So even when you see Pop Smoke jacking Fivio or Fivio jacking Pop, saying that they're the next ones, it's all publicity. They didn't even really like each other. And from what Drizzy Giuliano was confirming, the chain incident was actually true. What's interesting about that chain incident is that in the police reports, the robbers were originally trying to jack Pop Smoke's chain when he got into the scuffle.
Like I don't want to like this because I said Phil, I don't want nobody to get up here and they just think that I'm just talking about Fivio all
But it's
day.
just shocking to us. You know what I'm
This is
saying?
what I want y'all to understand. These are the questions Film got for me, and I'm
Yeah, it's me.
answering them,
Blame me,
okay?
blame me,
Yeah,
blame
so
me, blame me,
Films,
blame me.
Okay, I'm just gonna answer them truthfully. But yeah, them niggas they wasn't that tight. Yeah, supposedly that story that you're talking on, it was an altercation. I don't know if it was the Barclays, or some shit like that, and it was a big scuffle went on. Chain. Long story short, Pop chain fell off, and the nigga Fettuccine P picked it up. Who used to run with Foreign Side, if you know. Him and Swipey was close. Fettuccine P picked it up, right? And when he picked it up, supposedly Pop found out that niggas had a chain. Cause they ain't never called a nigga like, yo, niggas had your chain, you know what I'm saying?
But why was they going around wearing it, taking pictures?
It's Pop Smoke, I guess. They Pop Smoke chain. I don't know. Niggas just don't have no respect, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, I guess Pop found out and he had a problem with that, and supposedly him and Fivio had an argument behind that, and I heard that, yo, you niggas trying to make it a competition, and that's what Pop said. You know what I'm saying? All this is alleged. I don't.
Yeah. It's just what you heard.
Yeah, that's what I heard, and Pop was like, yo, y'all niggas trying to make it a competition. Fivio's gonna lose, and woo, and them niggas ain't like each other, bro.
Wow.
They know it's get straight, and they gotta abide by certain shit, you know what I'm saying? So they can't be out here on the cameras making each other look like fools.
Yeah.
But in all reality, them niggas wasn't close, bro.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, fam.
I'm not gonna lie. I heard Pop fought Fettuccine P.
Yeah.
But I heard it wasn't much of a fight.
No, they beat him up. They beat him up. Fettuccine P's my dog.
Well, I mean, there was actual, I think, video footage of that fight that's somewhere floating around on TikTok. I believe there is an actual fight. I'm not sure if that's Fettuccine, but anyway, there is an actual fight of that Pop Smoke has that's circling around the internet. That he was in a fight and Pop can throw his hands. I will say that Pop can throw his hands. We'll just say that the man could fight. The man could definitely fight. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke on that. But as you just heard Drizzy Giuliano say, Fivio Foreign and Pop Smoke did not actually get along. They never actually even really liked each other, as well as there was a apparent chain mishap. And through this chain mishap, we can also then confirm Fivio possibly had something to do with what happened in LA. Especially since, as he just said, this happened just prior to Pop going to LA. Was Fivio really with Pop Smoke the night before he passed? Or did he just know where Pop was going the night before he passed? I think that one can be answered by the streets. As Relly would get on an interview, or should I say, Relly would go live. Now, Relly is someone that's also from the neighborhood, I think. What was happening, blog? You can verify that. Relly is a supposed one from the neighborhood. Hangs around the Woos, the Chos, the GDKs. Not sure which affiliation he's from. But Relly actually went live with Pop Smoke's killer, or supposed killer, Blockstar. And quite a few people, including one gentleman, jumped in and disclosed some very intriguing information about Fivio.
Piece of Pop Smoke. My son passed, and he real fast.
So, to bring into context, you have Blockstar on the bottom, toward the bottom left. Up top right is Relly. Now, I'm not sure of the gentleman that's going to come in on the live, his name, but just pay attention to what he says.
I hope you die, nigga. I hope you die. Yeah. Yeah.
Narrate, you know?
Let's
Turn
get
your
that.
camera on.
Get to that.
Yo, you can hear me, brother?
Yeah.
Yo, listen, first and foremost, hold on, they going crazy in the comments right now.
Yeah, I see.
Tell them niggas, you don't look your dick. Y'all niggas mad that y'all man got backdoored by their own man. Suck my dick. Get Fivio in.
So let me add time for the people that's here. So
Notice how Blockstar completely left the live when he said that. Tell them the real story how he got backdoored by his mans. Notice he didn't say Mike D, but he further mentioned Fivio, and Blockstar quickly left the live.
out there in Cali. Oh, he got out of here.
Swipe by mistake. Get killed, Pop Smoke. Blame it on Wolf, blame it on Big Show, and blame it on all the 100 clocks.
Blame it on Big Show and all the 100 clocks. Yes, get Fivio in here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Fivio affiliated with those 100 clocks?
Bring that little nigga back. Boy, you caught a body and you were allowed to talk about that on Instagram. Now we can have some fun here. I never thought this day was gonna come, bro. That a nigga could kill a nigga and come to social media and tell me that he did it is crazy. Boy, let's get this nigga back. Get this nigga back. Who the fuck is this gangster mother? Yo, boy, you done reached past gangsters. You done reached past the surface of motherfucking. Niggas don't know what's really going on.
Wait, what you mean? He was about to turn 8.
Pop Smoke about to turn 8, bro. That's all y'all niggas need to know. It's not gonna be crip no more. Facts. Ask anybody. You see this shit? Facts.
Pop Smoke was on the verge of, well, not on the verge. Pop Smoke was pretty much leaving the Crips and going to the Apes. Now, not going to necessarily decipher that, because that could be a whole nother hour and a half of what that actually means. But in other words, as we mentioned earlier and saw, when Mano and Fivio were talking about what was going on in the streets, certain set tripping lines and records that were made. What it do, Daily Bread? What it do? When Mano was asking, and that's why I appreciate what had happened, blog, in saying that Mano knew majority of the things that were going on outside in Brooklyn, and was specifically asking Fivio a certain transitional way of questions, into which would let you know Mano knew more than what he was actually divulging himself. As well as he was asking Fivio certain questions to let you know Fivio knew way more than what he was telling you about Pop Smoke. No, Big Cho. He said Big Cho. He said the Chos and the 100 clocks is what he said.
The big ape had him. He's about to be the ape. You heard him in the song screaming that ape, 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 ape. You thought it was a joke? He wasn't screaming that crip shit too much. I'm telling y'all some real fact shit, bro. Just know once he would have turned ape, you'd have ran through their whole hood. They ain't have Pop Smoke no more. Facts. I'm not going to sit up here and cap and play with y'all.
So what the gentleman is divulging is that Pop Smoke was turning to a different gang, and that if he was to go to that different gang, he would literally be running through the whole hood, running it over Fivio. That's why that's why he said get Fivio in here. The reason why he said get Fivio in here is because he knows that Fivio had something to do with what happened in LA. And Fivio felt some type of way about Pop Smoke changing gangs and becoming even bigger than him.
Niggas, bro. And right after he did that, he had to go back to ape hood. He's not in Canarsie chilling with the Crips. He's in the ape hood. He's in my hood with me and all my ape mans. We know where he live at, who he chill with, what bitch he fucking, and everything he's doing every day, every night. We loud him. I told niggas we gonna run down on him one day. Once we caught him, we ran down on him. We saw him outside on the street, showed him what this shit is really about. You go ask Sport, go ask the rental man, he'll say, yo, Tom Mac, Billy and them made him understand what's going on out here. If I catch you with anybody from the 100 Clocks, I'm not gonna act like I know you anymore. And they respect that. And if I'm lying, go ask the rental man. He'll tell you, yo, that kid don't lie. That kid saying everything 1,000% and could have really ducked everybody. So let's get back to them big facts, because y'all not really in the streets like that. Y'all don't know nothing about none of this shit like that. Y'all niggas is really, like, wherever y'all at, you're on Instagram, but you're not with this. So this is a real shocking day for me. And this is one of the deepest days of my life to know that a man that say he killed Pop Smoke wanted to come to Instagram Live and tell us this. I never thought I would see a day like that. Most likely that man's supposed to still be in jail, but obviously his friends and them didn't represent him too much. Look, people can kill you and come home from jail and you're a millionaire? No, something's wrong here. Somebody don't care. They acting like they could go, they're going to catch him. They're not going to catch that kid. Yo, that kid is going to be living for a very long time. For the simple fact, he already did his what you call that? The mission is over for him. He passed his obstacles too, and now he went through the devastation time, and now he's back on the street free. You know what they just did? Started a whole new life for that man. That man choices his own choice in life.
Sure is from here on out. So you're saying that the chose, meaning the call came from jail. That's pretty interesting. That's a pretty interesting telling. So Fivio would pretty much have the most to gain from Pop Smoke's killing. Pretty much saying, from what this gentleman is letting you know, that Pop Smoke was not only becoming a huge star in the industry, but he was actually a huge star in the street. And because he was becoming that huge star and had the huge affiliation in the street, he pretty much was going to be able to run neighborhoods. Which it sounds like Fivio didn't take a good liking to that. And if Fivio didn't take a good liking to that and already had beef with Pop Smoke, again, wouldn't it be more beneficial to simply have Pop Smoke removed? Wouldn't it be more beneficial if he was actually to give a lending hand to the removal of Pop Smoke?